All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Let's play some more Talos Principle II on the PS5. When we left off, we had gone into the Megastructure, only for all hell to break loose. And I believe we lost Yakut. I think he is stuck in the Megastructure. One of our team is, at least. I forget their name, but we're back in New Jerusalem.
Full of suffering. Every living organism suffers. Animals kill other animals to eat. And it always ends with death, torn apart or wasting away. This is what surrounds us. This is what's happening outside those walls every hour of every day. It's our ethical responsibility as sentient beings to lessen suffering. That's what it means to be human, to understand that it is your duty to transform this world into something better. That's what the founder meant when she said that we can turn the world into a work of art. Despite what happened to him, Byron was right.
Oh, Byron is when we lost.
Going.
This is blasphemy. Byron was punished for failing the Founder's trials. And you want us to dig deeper? Just because you can't accept that suffering is natural and necessary?
Please, everyone, stop using the public frequency. If you want to argue, use your interface or speak in person.
That's kind of funny, that public transmitter thing. Everyone's just voicing their concerns publicly. Which, it seems we have stirred quite a commotion. Also, everything's gloomy now. It's a very gloomy day in New Jerusalem. But the very catchy music is back, so that's cool. Ah. Damian. How do you pronounce his name? I'm so disappointed. I don't know how to properly pronounce the composer of the game's music. Damian, something. He composed the music for these games, the first and the second game. He's an amazing producer. I think he's Swedish, or he's from out of the States, and my gosh, is he an amazing composer. I think he's worked primarily with the Crow team on their projects, with Serious Sam, their other game, and then this one as well, which I have not played Serious Sam yet. I think it's a PC exclusive, but I don't know much about it, so sorry. I never really heard much about Serious Sam. It just always seemed like it was an indie game. Well, it's an indie game, but it just seemed like a very underground indie game.
1K.
Thank you.
Hi, 1K.
Oh, I can talk to this guy, though. Atal, who was talking on the intercom. What's up?
Nice to meet you, 1K. My name is Atal.
Oh, we haven't even met yet.
Following your expedition. As you can tell, your discoveries have had
You're a
quite
new
the
fella.
impact.
I heard your speech. This is like the Hit Boy speech. Hey, I heard your speech. I heard what you said.
I decided to take a stand. It started with our cats. Damien and I have had a lot of them over the decades, and I've watched every last one of them.
Oh, it's just
grow
Damien?
old
Okay.
and die. And that got me thinking about our responsibilities towards other life forms. What's life to most living creatures? Fear, hunger, pain, and in the end, death. Involuntary cessation of existence. That's horrifying, 1K. Horrifying. And we are the only ones who can make it better.
Yeah. So you mean we re-engineer the whole planet?
Yes. Carefully and slowly, but yes. That's what civilization is. That's what it's always been. Creating structures to lessen suffering. But this time we include everyone. We use our intelligence to get rid of as much of the horror of existence as we can, for all living beings.
That doesn't sound like it's a good idea. I mean, the idea, I guess, itself, sure. Great idea. Let's end all suffering. But the world itself is suffering. Every species suffers. And for some species, that is the purpose. To combat the suffering. Or learn to either live with it or to rise past it. It's pure hubris. I think suffering is natural.
Natural? What does that even mean? Natural means nothing in terms of ethics.
Very
Here's the question, 1K.
very
Is suffering
unpopular opinion,
good?
I guess.
Is it the way things should be?
It's part of how the world should be. It's a very tough argument to make here. I mean, it's bad, but it's really fucking weird. Because without suffering, there is no desire to change. There's a balance in life, guys. I'm not here to preach like I know the answers to the world's ultimate existence and why that is. But it does seem as if balance plays a key role in the world's operation amongst all species. Balance allows the good to prevail over the bad, allows the bad to rise against the good. It creates so much opportunity with there being balance. So I'm gonna go with yes, it's good. It's part of how the world should be.
Oh, then we have nothing more to talk about.
Oh, okay.
See, I told you it was Athena who sent Prometheus.
I guess we're just in a strong disagreement then. Sorry.
Attention all citizens.
What's up, dude?
The Gehenna Memorial
Helga.
Interactive Fiction Exhibition is now open to visitors.
Oh.
However, please note that due to an unauthorized strike, public transport will be temporarily unavailable. May the founder be with you.
Wait, so we can go to visit another part of the place now? Okay. What's up, Helga?
Hello, new one.
Number 101.
Are you browsing or buying?
I don't see any stock. What kind of shop is this?
The kind that trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires?
Perhaps?
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
Do I even have credits to spend? Clean start. Sensory tuning. Credits?
Oh, you don't have any credits yet.
Oh.
Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits.
Oh.
Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted?
Screw it. Let's go with the future prediction.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Why does she have an Indian accent? I will tell you what your bombs say, and I will read you whatever it says. And it will be the best information you've ever received.
Let me consult the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world. You
Okay.
will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear.
I mean, that's fine
You
news.
just do your best to have fun in the meantime.
So we're kind of like the prophet in a sense,
So, something else perhaps.
which I assume was kind of the intention. No, I'm good.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback? Are you
Sure.
satisfied with what I've given you?
Yeah, fine.
Yes. You understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day.
Well, thank
Please
you.
come back if you need anything else.
All right. Good to know. I can go back for additional dialogue, I guess. So that's cool. I'm very curious to see what all the options are for dialogue, but I'm not too worried, I guess. Back to the museum. Let's go speak with Cornelius. Hello, stranger.
Oh, 1K. What are you doing here?
Oh, you're Neith. I'm looking for Cornelius.
Ah, I assume it has something to do with your expedition?
Maybe.
I must admit I haven't been following the news. Sorry, been a little lost lately.
Are you good? Are you okay?
No, not really.
What's
When
up?
you asked me what I would do now that my job is redundant, I don't know, I guess I hadn't thought about it. I had just focused on getting there. And after you left, it all just rushed over me. The truth is, I don't know who I am without this. Creating new life.
This dialogue
guiding
reverb
people into
is like the
existence.
same reverb from the
That's
Harry
who I
Potter and the
am.
Sorcerer's Stone on
And
PS1.
more importantly, I think
kinda like it.
That's who I want to be. And if we stop growing, that's the one thing I can't be anymore. That's why I wanted to talk to Cornelius. He was there at the beginning. He knows where we came from. I thought he might help me understand where I could go next.
You can find a new calling, I'm sure of it.
I hope you're right. It's hard to imagine right now. I liked who I was. Now, you said you were looking for Cornelius?
Did I just like ruin her shots at who she wanted to be?
Oh, that's... well, I suppose it shouldn't really come as a surprise. They were very close, you know. After she disappeared, he went away for a long time. On a research expedition, he said. To be honest, everyone assumed he was working out his grief over being left behind. Many of the first companions were deeply shocked by her decision, particularly Byron.
Where is he now?
That's the thing. I wanted to talk to him about my future, but he wasn't responding to my messages. So I came here to talk to him, and he seems to have vanished.
Uh-oh. Any idea where he might have gone?
No. The truth is that for the longest time, he barely left the museum. He was always at his terminal, working day and night. I asked him what he was doing once, and he said he was saving the past.
Did you check his house?
I did, on my way here. And I messaged most of his other friends. He doesn't seem to be anywhere in the city at all.
Can I access his terminal?
I suppose so. It seems a little unethical, but then... it is just his work terminal, right?
That's all.
Good luck with everything, 1K. And thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
All right. Well, here's the terminal. Let's use the palm reader. Any notes? Undecided to trust me.
So this is what Cornelius was working on? Strange. It looks a bit like the blueprints for the Somnodrome, but no, it's not quite that. Is he trying to isolate something in the buffer? Maybe Melville can make sense of it, but I think this might be a dead end.
I need to finish up with the mayor. You can head back to the VTOL whenever you're ready. I'll meet you there. No rush, though.
All right. Well, we didn't get much info here. So, part of me wants to find 666 again. I think I had some unfinished business there. But then again, I really wasn't too keen on making a deal with the devil. Which I thought was pretty clear-cut what that was, so... Well, I can also take the tram now, too. However... Dick Cheney. For a creature with so much fur, you were always trying to keep warm with your oversized hats. Cooper, the gesture of my heart. Chewie, music is supposed to soothe the savage beast, but you were different. Mister, your ability to relax was unparalleled. Are these just cat pictures? These are just cat pictures. Why are they just cat pictures? They're all cats. Look, I like cats, but... oh my gosh. Well, this is a cat. Oh, I see. Because of the logo of the first game, it's a cat. Alright. Well, where is the, there's somewhere that requires a tram.
Okay.
So this is all still blocked off over here for the creator. What's up, Jefferson?
Hello again, 1K. These are strange days we're living through, aren't they?
How do you mean?
It seems to me that we're slowly remembering the lessons Alexandra Drennan tried to teach us. Trying to actually live up to the legacy of our ancestors.
I hope so.
It's hard to believe things might really change, isn't it? But perhaps they will this time.
What would Alexandria Drennan do about the megastructure?
The same thing she'd do with any technology. Discover how it works and apply that knowledge for the common good.
What would she think about the goal?
I think it would make her very, very sad.
What would she tell us to do?
She worked to the very last moment of her life to ensure that we had free will. I don't think she would tell us anything.
I should go.
Have a nice day.
Alright. Where's number 666? I have some questions. Though perhaps I might have missed the episode already completely. You guys didn't finish your dome, by the way. There's still more squares to go. This is very interesting. What up?
Founder bless you, 1K. Now is the time of our great testing. The deceiver Byron has been slain, and we must turn away from the path of sin or suffer the same fate.
Deceiver? Why do you hate Byron so much?
Because the values he teaches are evil. He wants to violate the earth with human filth, blacken the skies, and kill the oceans.
Byron believes we can grow without repeating the mistakes of the past.
The tools of the sinner cannot be used to raise the sinner's palace. Never forget that, 1K.
Well, alright. You're, a fan, I guess. Okay. Was that it then for our conversations?
Hi.
Hi. Where's 666? Well, one of the exhibits was open again, but the tram was down.
1K.
The pissed off cat. Wasn't this place closed before? I think it was.
Welcome to the Gehenna Memorial Interactive Fiction Exhibition. Oh, it's you, 1K. Please tell me, you were there when everything went sideways. Do you think Byron will be all right?
I don't know, honestly. His mind was stuck in a data stream overload.
That sounds dangerous. Make sure you find him and pull him out. He is a menace, but we need him. But anyway, you've come to take a well-deserved break from your expedition. So let's talk about something else.
Alright, what's Gehenna?
Gehenna was a place in the simulation. A prison where Elohim exiled the minds that didn't fit his plans. In time, the prison became a community with a culture of its own.
Huh. What happened to the people of Gehenna?
In the very last moments of the simulation, Elohim realized what he'd done and sent his messenger Uriel to free the prisoners. They were uploaded to the gold disc, and their legacy is part of all.
Which, by the way, that's the DLC from the first game, which I have not even played. I don't know how I missed the DLC from the Talos Principle, but I never fucking played it on video yet. I don't know why, but big mistake. I missed a pivotal part of that playthrough, so I'll probably go back and play through that again. It's just a lot of puzzles, but we're being told what it is now, so now we know. Where could Cornelius have gone?
If it's true that he knew where Athena was, then he's gone back to the island. There's no way he'd ever leave her. He must have some kind of plan. But I don't know more than that. He's been very private these last few centuries.
A bit of an Irish accent there. That's cool. How do you see the role of the artist in society?
I don't think the role of the artist should be reduced to any single social function. The artist isn't an educator or a moralist. Art isn't about teaching us lessons or imparting values. Nor do I think it's simply self-expression. The best art reaches out beyond the self, into something ineffable. The creative impulse can't really be quantified or predicted. That's why artistic freedom is so profoundly essential. Without the freedom to shock, to offend, to transgress, art becomes stagnant.
Why text adventures?
Text adventures were one of the few art forms available to the people of Gehenna. By continuing to work in that medium, we keep their memory alive.
Okay, thanks. That should be all. All right, let's use the computer. Ghost of Atlantis. Start. Gently, your ship touches down on the land that once was the Isle of Atlantis, which in the days before the waters recede lie deep under the Sea of Atlas. You have come to find the last legacy of your ancestors. The red sun burns bright in the sky, scorching the dying earth. Begin your pilgrimage. Journey to the Temple of the Owl. The sun grows bigger and brighter. Time is running short. Your next stop is the Temple of the Owl, the greatest scientific institution of the old Atlantis. Here the ancients tried to understand the secret laws of the cosmos, although their studies did not advance far enough to prevent their fate. The ghost of the scientist awaits you in the ruins. Let's speak to the scientist. I have not rested in death, the scientist tells you. In fact, death has provided ample opportunity for study. I have learned much about the machinery of creation. He hesitates. I would like you to join, or I'd like to join you, but I fear that the truth I have discovered will offend and outrage many. Tell him the truth matters more than anything. I don't know if it matters, but once it is known, it cannot be ignored. Still, if you believe it matters, then it does, and I will join you. Let's continue. Let's journey to the ancient farmlands. The soil used to be rich, life-giving. Generations of humans relied on it to survive. Then the waves came, and after the waves, the dying sun. Now that all life is gone, something has been revealed underneath the soil. A city of unimaginable antiquity. The ghost of the farmer awaits in the ruins. Let's speak to him. This city is older than the capital, the ghost tells you. It is older than Atlantis itself. When our most distant ancestors huddled in terror before thunder and lightning, this city was already old. And yet this city, it is not foreign to us. We too are its citizens. He looks directly at you, and there is a light in his eyes that is not of this world. Are you willing to swear feudally to this city across the boundaries of time and space? Yeah. Good. But remember that even in the lofty world of the stars, where you have come from, that loyalty will be tested. Ask the farmer to join you. The strange light fades from the ghost's form. The farmer smiles. Why, of course. I'd love to join you. I've always loved adventures, you know, and never got very far from home. Cool. Alright, to the broken tower, I guess. On the northern shores of the island, where the frozen ocean once stretched to the horizon, stand the remains of a tower. Here lived a great magician who advised the king of Atlantis in matters of the sublime. There is very little left of the once impressive structure. To anyone else, it would be a pile of rubble covered in black, dried-out moss. But you can see a glimpse of its past, of the craft that went into its making. By the tower stands a ghost of the magician awaiting you. A great marvel was revealed to me in this tower, the magician says. A glimpse of the sublime, and although I am dead, my soul has spent an aeon under the sea. That vision is not lost to me. Even now, I could summon it and reveal it fully. He pauses. If I do, I will finally witness the sublime in all its glory, he says. But I believe that in this moment, my soul will be annihilated. Is this fate I should embrace or reject? Annihilation of the self is liberty. You speak wisely, the magician says. I have lingered here too long. He turned away from you towards a world beyond your sight. A bright light suffuses him. And you cannot tell whether the magician is laughing or screaming. Then he is gone. Alright, to the lost shore. Your journey takes you to a wasteland that was once a beach where children from the Atlantean capital of Luna came to play. Here stands the ghost of the poet, contemplating the dying sun that fills the sky. I never completed my great work, he says. There were too many priests and censors who interfered, who did not allow me to create what I intended because they feared the free and true expression of poetic genius. And then came the earthquakes and the waves, and long ages under the sea, and now this time of burning death. Yet still I long for its completion, and my soul imagines what could have been. Damn, this is rough. You must accept that your work cannot be finished. You are dead. Oh my gosh. Then I curse you all, time and space and people, and gods too. The ghost says angrily, you have strangled the one true thing I had inside me, the one truly good and noble thing this wretched mind and body ever contained. I curse your indifference, your lack of imagination, your infinite stupidity. The ghost burns bright with rage for a moment and then is gone. Yikes, that might have been a bad choice. To the Temple of the Serpents. You make your way to the Temple of the Serpents, which was once greatest hospital in all of Atlantis. The sick and the injured came here from all across the island, hoping that salvation would be found in its halls. All that is left of the temple is a labyrinth of low walls, and ghosts of the physician waiting for you. It is faint, barely visible. I worked here day and night for many years, and I saved countless lives, the physician says. And yet, all the lives that I saved, only one survived the death of the island. A young messenger who escaped on one of the ships, thanks to another's sacrifice. And I have wondered many times since, was my work in vain? The burden of this question is eroding my soul. No, because all lives are worth saving, no matter the future. The physician sighs, thinking about your words. You are right, he says. My burden is not eased by this truth, but I cannot surrender to oblivion. He becomes more visible. Ask him to join us. I will join you, the physician says. There is still good I can do, even as a ghost. Let's continue. Journey to the palace. The palace once stood in this very heart of Luna, this capital of Atlantis. Here, the greatest artists and craftsmen of the long-forgotten era built marvels and luxuries that would astound even a traveler from the distant future. But these things, like everything else, are gone now. Only a single remnant of the Atlantean world remains, though it is perhaps the most precious. A great mosaic telling the history of Atlantis before it awaits the ghosts of the king. I try to be a good man, the king says, to be kind, to balance justice with mercy, to honor the gods, to support the peasant and the scholar alike, and yet I failed. Why? Whatever. You did not fail, we are here. The king is comforted by your words. You speak kindly, he says. I know that I am not without blame, but in the end, I chose to save others before myself, so perhaps you are right, and I did not fail entirely. You want to join us? The king lays his ghostly crown aside. I will join you, but only as a man. Let's examine the mosaic. The mosaic is a work of superb beauty, a great work of history and humanity. In it, you see reflected all of the hardship, tragedy, hope, triumph, and heartbreak of your ancestors. This is what you came to find. You cannot retrieve the mosaic alone. The forces of time are too powerful, and the strength of a single person is not enough. Ask the ghost for help. Even with the help of the ghost, you cannot entirely pry the mosaic loose from the morass of history, but you succeed at removing a large part depicting the golden age of the island. It will have to do. A strange, bittersweet feeling fills your heart as you return to your ship. You did not fail, yet so much was lost. Could you have done better? Should you have? As the sun engulfs the earth, you wonder what will be remembered of your own time. Whoa! Holy shit. Alright, the end. Exit. That's kind of good. It's kind of good. Because, okay. Alright, so more low games and stuff you can play. That's cool. Really cool, actually. Cool little simulations. Alright. Well, I guess we can head back. Even though I want to see what's over here. I think when it was referring to the exhibit, it was the Gehenna one that I went through already. So I think we're all good.
Hello.
What's going on here? You guys picketing? We deserve a functional city. Public transportation must be safe. Alright. What's up, Damien?
Welcome back, 1K. Thanks again for signing that petition. Unfortunately, as you can see, it wasn't enough.
What's going on?
Yesterday, there was a sudden brownout in the grid, and we almost had a derailment. We've been warning the mayor for months, and all he ever gives us is waffle about the goal. This can't go on.
I fully support you.
Thank you. Your support means a lot to us. We need to get through to people.
Did you hear Atal's speech?
I heard it 15 times when he was practicing it. I think Atal, like many of us, feels that the time for change is long overdue. The technology you uncovered on the island is the final catalyst for that change, or it should be.
All right. Sounds like the mayor needs some convincing. Alright, that's the museum. Okay, so we're good. Alright, well, I want to find 666 though. I'm not sure where they went.
Hello.
Are you enjoying our gardens?
I am. Yes, they're lovely.
All the great secrets are right there, you know. You can watch the tiniest of seedlings grow, flourish, and die. But it's the pattern of all things that you're really seeing.
Yes, just as the entire universe is reflected in a single dewdrop.
Ah, so you've green fingers and apophenia too. Those traits are much too rare in the birthing algorithm, in my opinion. Sometimes I imagine myself as an old oak tree. I watch the life which grows around me. I see the ivy, the moss, the fungi, leaching my nutrients as they go. And I don't blame them. I'm delighted by how life seems so different from me can somehow be the same as me. This old oak tree drinks water from the ground. They drink their water from me. They shrivel and die in a single season. But I shrivel and die over centuries. What kind of plant would you be, I wonder?
I'd rather hear your thoughts on that.
Well, you're certainly a tree of some sort. A bay, perhaps. You adapt to your surroundings. You might grow your trunk to be 10 meters high, providing shade for the shrubs at your roots. But you might just as well be those very shrubs, throwing up dozens of supple branches, each no longer than your arm.
Huh. It feels appropriate somehow.
Of course. It's the patterns, you see.
Why can't these gardens when your ancestors are long dead?
Our ancestors grew plants for their colors, their tastes, and their general utility. It is said they could identify a fruit based on the flavor of the air alone. Our senses may not be so honed, but we're no less evolved from the same natural world. Thank you for stopping by, 1K. I'm sure we'll meet again.
Yeah. Keep watering the plants, man. Alright. Well, suppose that was
We must listen
it.
to the wisdom of the ancient writers, or we will fail the Founder's trial. The megastructure must be rejected.
Oh boy. What's up, Maldek?
You are the Founder's chosen, but you are in grave danger of going astray. Heed my words, 1K. If you fail this trial, a year from now, New Jerusalem will lie in ruins.
What? And you know all this how?
Anyone can see the truth if they are willing to open their eyes. Have you not read the books of our ancestors? In every one of them, the same story is told, again and again, that the pursuit of knowledge can only lead to death and grief. That is what all the great ancient visionaries foresaw. Listen to their warnings. Seek happiness in tranquility. And avoid ambition.
Yeah. Well, that can easily become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When you can no longer imagine a better future, you cannot build one.
The very idea of a better future is what's rotten. That is what the ancients were trying to tell us. All the problems of the world come from those who think the world needs to be improved.
So we shouldn't even try to make things better?
Yes. Progress is a fantasy. Things never truly change. All we can do is prevent our hubris from making things worse.
Well, this is not a bad idea. It's an interesting one, though. Alright, well. Maybe we'll find 666 up here or something. Or if not, then maybe it's meant to be. Alright. What's behind this door? It must only be like a one encounter kind of thing, I wonder. 'Cause I don't see him anywhere. Alright, well. Let's see. Yeah, next time on Talos Principle II, we're going back in the VTOL, and we're gonna see where things lead us next. But first, let's talk with Hermanubis.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you think about... Well, fuck it. We need to rescue Brian. Or Byron.
I agree. We can't just leave one of our most important citizens in that death trap.
What do you think about the technologies that we discovered?
They all sound very promising, of course. Apparently, it's possible to just magic things into existence now. But what is the cost, 1K? There's always a cost.
I have to go.
It's always a pleasure to speak to a citizen.
He must be the mayor. I think he's the mayor. Alright, well... Yeah, next time we're gonna get back in the VTOL and see where we go at the Megastructure. Hopefully we can save Byron. But yeah, we'll find out next time. Thanks for watching, guys. I've been your host, Lord Ty. It's been the Talos Principle II on PS5, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.